I've told you guys that I am no stranger to the paranormal or the spooky, whatever you want to call it. And as a matter of fact, at this point, I enjoy it. It's something I really enjoy. Like I said before, I go to sleep listening to creepypastas or watching horror videos, ghost catch on camera, all this, whatever is paranormal. I dig it. I love it. And I've gone on my own little paranormal, adventures, like up to the mountains, the forest, abandoned hospitals, graveyard. I've been on my fair share of spooky adventures. But I want to talk to you guys about back in Mexico, and we're gonna talk about a very specific place. This place I called it La Casa Verde, which in English translates to the greenhouse. It was that. It was that. It was a house that was green. Very creative, huh? Chaotic. Very fucking creative. But that's not the point, okay? So, this house was located in a private living sector. So, to get in, you had to go through security. And once you were cleared, you could go in, and it was all fine and dandy, right? But a lot of spooky shit happened here. Now, I'm telling you this story because it's not the spooky shit that is actually terrifying or that actually kind of left me a little scarred. No, it was more spooky shit that I was like, oh, why is this happening to me? Kind of spooky shit, right? So I was a kid. I'm gonna say between the ages of 5 and 7, so I wasn't too old. And this house had a very active entity, if you want to call it that. The most common thing that would happen is whenever we were downstairs, we would hear very heavy footsteps upstairs, and I'm talking like banging. Imagine like military boots being smashed against the floor. That's what we were hearing downstairs, and it was constant. Like it would go 5, 10, 15 minutes, and whenever we went to check it out, there was nothing, and obviously the footsteps stopped. So we were like, I guess it's just the house fucking settling. We would go back downstairs. A couple minutes later, it would resume heavy stomping upstairs. It wasn't really that scary, not gonna lie. I got used to it, and I think it helped me that I was a kid, because I was like, oh, it's just whatever. I don't really think it's anything too serious, right? Another thing I saw is my sister in her bedroom in the entrance. She had one of those like curtains, like old school curtains that had like a bunch of like jewels and stuff that like would swingle around when you entered, right? Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. And one time when I was upstairs, I came out of my room to see something dash from my sister's room into the bathroom, right? And it was like a hallway, like a straight, like as soon as you left my sister's room, like 10 feet away, it was a bathroom. And I just saw something completely dash. I couldn't even see what it was. It was kind of my size, so it wasn't too big. And I know for a fact it was something because I saw the curtain swinging around, crashing into itself. And again, I wasn't really scared because I didn't realize what the fuck was going on. But I was like, oh, I wonder who that was. And I went to the bathroom. Obviously, no one was there. So I just kind of was like ignored it and went on about my day. However, there was one experience that did terrify me in that house. It completely scared the crap out of me. And to this day, it still gives me a couple chills, not gonna lie. And it was one day I took a nap in my mom's bed, and when I woke up, it was pitch black. Everything was dark. There was no light, not in the house, not outside. Power outage apparently. And my family was nowhere to be seen. My mom and my sister were gone. So, as you might imagine, a little kid in the dark was definitely afraid. So I just kind of walked and started trying the light switches to see if anything would work. Obviously it didn't, and back then I didn't have a smartphone, obviously. So no flashlight, no way to see in the dark. So I was just kind of guiding myself through the dark with my hands and hopefully being able to get out into the street where, there was still a little bit of sunlight, it was like 8 p.m., but it was one of those days where like it's 8 p.m. but you can still see the sun, right? So while I was walking down the stairs, I felt really cold. Like, I don't know where, I just got really, really cold and my whole body got chills. And I didn't know why, so I just kept on walking. And then out of nowhere, I don't know if you've ever had that feeling of when someone is intensely watching you. Like, someone's gaze is fixated heavily on you, and you can just feel it. And that's what I felt in my back. I felt like I was being watched, like as if something wanted to hurt me right there and then. I was terrified, dude. I was legitimately scared. And like, even recalling this right now, like my skin is completely with goosebumps. Like, it was a horrifying experience. Obviously, I booked it down the stairs. I went out the door, and when I was leaving the house and I went outside the garage, my mom and sister were arriving. So I just kind of went up to them, and I didn't tell them what the fuck happened, but it was definitely a terrifying experience. But I think that was the scariest thing that happened to me in that house. We didn't last longer in that house. I think we stayed like one more year, and then we bounced to a different place. But yeah, I would love to go back to that house. But last time I checked up on it, I believe a Mexican drug lord owned it. So I hope he has fun with whatever the fuck was in that house. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this spooky time story. Hopefully the chills that it brought back to me were worth it for you guys. Hope you all have a wonderful day. If you like the content, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It really makes a difference to me. And until next time, don't do drugs, because those things are pretty bad for you.